Hey folks, it's Lindsey Huddleston with SPS back in the building in the infamous Igloo. I'm at Portage Northern with a great coach for a great program. My guy, Coach Kevin White. Coach, how you doing?
Good, man. Always good to see you.
You too.
Welcome back to the West Side, bro.
Welcome back. Exactly. I'm at home with my folks, but couldn't be this close to you without reaching out. And thank you for making me available to come in. It just makes me think of college when I come in here, man. I know it's high school.
Yeah.
And I know your pedigree. Yeah. But talk about from 3 years ago when we sat down to where you are right now, expectations, and where we are with the program.
I mean, we're kind of following the plan. We got a lot of three-sport athletes out here behind me.
Three-sport?
Yeah, I got a lot of three-sport guys.
Let me stop. You don't get territorial?
No. I want to make it very known. The two closest friends in my building with me are Adam Cardona, our baseball coach, and Coach Twitchell, our football coach. Okay. We work together. Our baseball team's going to start doing four-man workouts in January, and our basketball guys are required to go. Our football guys will still lift in the winter. Wow. And they can't come to me and say, "Hey, coach, do I have to go to lifting? I know I play." No, what time is lifting? You have to be there. So we make sure in June when summer basketball is going on, Coach Twitchell and I, Coach Cardona and I sit down and get the calendar out. We bring the kids, three-sport athletes, one at a time. This is when you're going to basketball. This is when you're going to football. This is when you're going to baseball. Well, this is when you're going to.
Right. Why is that an important policy to take on with the other coaches?
Because if they see that we have built trust in each other and we're a working network and we're a group together, they can't split hairs and say we can tell they don't get along.
Play one against the other.
Correct.
And all that kind of stuff.
Our kids are a lot smarter than we think they are. Sure. Especially coming out of COVID. They've done the parents. Some of our parents taught them to really start paying attention about how people treat each other. And they see us sitting down eating with them at lunch and talking to them about just not sports. Yeah. They're more invested in playing three sports here. And our AD Chris Riker and our new principal Tracy Lauder and our assistant principals they understand what we're trying to do here with our athletes. We're not going to let you just be specific. And across the street at our middle school, we go over to the middle school and have those conversations with those kids. Wow. So they're coming from 8th grade and they know June basketball, July football, and then in August you start school and you've got And our guys are our best recruiters in our building. That's like if you want to join the basketball team and play football, you can do both.
Right.
You know,
and they put it out there.
You got to put it out there. It's okay. And if you just want to play basketball, that's fine. And we do things in the off season to get them ready for just basketball too.
Right. All that. Yep. We focus so much about kids going away to college. You know, you having that college background as well, but along with that, you're doing outstanding academically. Talk about the highlights of your college-bound athletes as well as just the academic impact overall.
Well, the nice thing is people don't understand with my resume is I was at small college for the whole time, so I made a choice to be at that level because I wasn't checking grades. My coach in Kalamazoo College wasn't checking grades. I wasn't checking, make sure.
Impressive institution.
Yeah, I was at Aquinas College with Coach Pator. We weren't checking on guys every day on making sure they're going to class. When I was at Stout for a year with Coach Blake, I can name every school. Even when I was at Glen Oaks, we fixed it when we started recruiting guys that came in with some academic pedigree. We got rid of the junior college narrative. So we went from not being very good to changing the narrative of how we recruited kids, and they had to have a certain GPA. Right. You know, it was huge for us.
Yeah, that's an important thing because as this landscape is changing, not only with college, I mean, I kind of put it out here, and we'll talk offline a little bit, the high school NIL being out there, but these guys getting this attitude, and girls that I can go do so much, but as we said off camera, the transfer portal and having to have your grades.
Correct. 100%.
Has academics potentially always been, a foundation here, and how do you keep that to be the case, or do you even have to work at it?
Well, the nice thing about my job is I work in a school.
Yeah.
And I like a lot of high school coaches. I might shout people out right now, when I talk to Keith Guy at Muskegon High,
shout out to Keith.
I talk to George Ward.
Shout out to G Ward.
My guy who's not coaching anymore, who I love, like his brother Cam Nichols said, Kevin, when you do high school, make sure you get a job in the building. Yeah.
And
Cam Nichols said, you get a job in the building with the right administration, you can make a lot of things happen quickly, for example. So, team GPA is 368.
Hold on. Repeat that one more time.
So, team GPA is 368.
Team GPA.
Top 10 in the state in Division I for BCAM. Yeah, so it's not about what it was before I got here. It's about what it is now, and now they know.
How different, or is it different? Is there a different approach you have to take to have such high academic standards as well as high athletic expectations?
Well, it's the classes that were before these guys. They let them know what it was. Okay. Like if you want to start having bad grades, then we'll start having 5 a.m. practice because we're gonna have to study after school, or we just want to practice. We'll just study after school.
Wow. Hey, that's a way to get them engaged.
There's an option. I live 3 minutes from the school, so it's easy for me to get here at 5 in the morning. I'm an early riser anyway. Yeah. You know what they say? The older you get, the older you get up. So they kind of know right away. Like we're gonna have some academic problems. I told them in the parent meeting, basketball can be taken away. Yeah. I'm trying to help your son become a man, and we all know right now in this climate, you can't interview without a piece of paper.
No, you can't.
I like you a lot. sorry, sir, you don't have a degree, or you don't have a high school diploma.
It's important to emphasize that.
Even our pipe fitting, all those kind of
all those require something.
Nowadays, we're trying to find a way to not hire people.
Right.
You know, coming out of the pandemic, everyone was trying to get jobs, and like we have a company here that's paying kids $27, $28 an hour, but they have to have a high school diploma.
So they can't overlook that.
So I have a kid on my caseload. I was like, buddy, we got to keep this school stuff going on because I know you want to go do this plumbing thing.
Right.
That company's not hiring you with this diploma. Yeah. I know you're not going to college, and that's fine. Right. But you can't skip steps in high school.
And I think they miss that. They think because they're not college bound or pushing towards some high degree that they have to do that. Yeah. Kevin, you're doing a great job. Talk about the DNA of this team for this season and what it looks like and expectations.
Well, the big thing we did is we made a commitment in June to go to all the stuff that most of the high school programs do. So we went to the university with Coach Campy.
Sure.
We went and saw Corn over at Grand Valley. Yeah. You know, we went to an elite camp with my former boss and Jay Smith at Eastern Michigan. We got in the vans and got on the road.
Sure. How did that impact your program?
It wasn't the basketball. It was the van rides. It was the meals. It was the Coney Island outside of Wayne State's campus for the first time. You know what I mean? It was it was those kind of things. The continuity, you know.
So let me ask you that. You and I both understand the importance of it, but how easy is it for that to get lost when the focus is on wins and losses sometimes, and it's sometimes hard to quantify how impactful that was, even though you know it was. How do you kind of manage that?
Well, for us to build a good program, that's when they graduate and call me back 2 years later. They don't remember the wins and losses. I do.
Yeah, I bet.
But they don't. They understand the importance of, man, Coach White's going to be around forever now. Now you're stuck with me. Yeah. I have my son and my daughter in the gym, my wife in the gym. I have the boys over to the house. You know, so we want to win, and we're going to. But even if we don't, I don't want them to be like, oh, man, this was a terrible experience. You know, because now they're recruiting my freshman class right now. What's it like playing for Coach White? Oh, man, it's awful. Don't play basketball. Or as long as you go to class, take care of your books, and get in the gym,
your business,
Coach White got you. Yeah. And if you're trying to play the next level, as a running joke, there's not too many college coaches' phone numbers don't have my phone.
I bet. You know, I had a flashback to bumping into you for the first time at Michigan State at the Breslin. I think you were doing some of your scouting work, some of your
West Side Report.
Yeah,
it
was just a casual thing. How many years ago was that?
That was like 8-9 years ago.
I just think it's important, and it's not about talking about what went on then, but just the process that people have to go through to get to that. I mean,
100%.
You were out there, you were on the grind, literally, but just stayed the course, and to be at this point and having a great program and all that. Just talk about that transition.
I mean, the main thing was the people that I talk to and communicate with that are close to me. Some people I already mentioned, but relationships I built doing that process, like Thomas Kelly and Sadie Washington.
Shout out to those guys.
Jay Schooner at Cleveland State, Travis Lewis at Central State.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys were like, Coach KY, you'll get back into it. And then I got a little bit older. I was like, man, if I can get a nice big gym and an office in a building and 3 gyms with a court, the track on the top, and a middle school with 900 kids, it might be all right. And my new principal, Tracy Lauder, has been a mentor of mine for a long time. And Ezra Bell and Vaughn Washington, like, hey, White, we're not going to knock high school. That might be your fit.
Right.
You know, because after this, I'm going to dinner with my family.
Yeah,
I got to go get in the road and go recruit now.
And go there.
I'm good.
I like that. You know, talk about where we are. Talk about this facility that we're in.
So this is, when the school opened in 1967, us and Holland High School, the same company, they wanted it to be a little bit different. You know, most high schools you get is the bleachers on the side, and that's it. I mean, the court used to be flipped, and they flipped it this way.
Oh, we used to go like this?
Used to go this way, and there used to be a tracker on the outside. They got rid of that, and they've added a lot of things. Like only volleyball, boys and girls basketball playing here, and a couple PE classes. We have a whole new facility down there that houses all that stuff. Track and that kind of stuff.
Which is a huge facility. We sat down there a few years ago.
Our football coach and our wrestling coach, Chris Furlong, did an amazing job building our weight room. Before you leave, you got to go see.
I'll make sure.
I mean, the weight room is exactly what we need.
Yeah, I love that.
Get 2-3 teams in there at once.
That's a good thing. That's important. I'm gonna hang out with you guys for a minute. I'm gonna sit down with some of your guys, and just with the time we have, who do you share to the Portage Northern community, your team, your family, all the message you have?
I mean, the big thing we're doing is we're trying to change what we're doing as far as getting people to come out. We're doing a personal goods, personal items drive with our community center down in Portage, downtown Portage, trying to help some families in need over the holidays, because we got to be to be servant leaders. I mean, we know right now someone's sitting somewhere with less. Right. So that's one of the things we try to teach. And then our event on February 8th, we've got teams from all over the state coming here.
Hosting an event, that's awesome.
When we first met, it was an umbrella dream that my man Jared Pittman says, and I said, I'm going to make it a reality. Yeah. My administration was like, well, if you can get the teams, and I kind of smiled. Yeah. That's the only reason that we can't have
what
it.
What the young people say, say less.
Yeah, exactly, say less. So I got Bellevue playing Grand Rapids South Christian at 8 o'clock. We're playing Mona Shores. We got Godwin Heights playing Berrien Springs. We got Fraser playing Otsego. We got Lawton playing Bronson for our first one. But I already got teams lined up for the next one.
That's what? That's 4 games?
That's 12, 2, 4, 6, and 8 right here in the Igloo on a Saturday.
I love it.
So for all the basketball junkies out there, you know,
junkies indeed.
Yeah, it's going to be nice because our school's never done like this.
Right, that's
and I'm getting school support. Teachers are asking if they can help. People are asking if they can make flyers. How can people donate? Like they're let's do this. We host a massive cross country meet here called the Portage Invite, and it's huge. There's like 70-some teams. We want it to be that kind of feel. We want people out from out of town. You know, if you ever been to Portage or Kalamazoo, I mean, Weston's, you know, we've got every restaurant.
Oh yeah.
And we got every hotel right here down the road.
Everything
right off
here.
94.
Oh yeah, I know.
Off 94.
I love it.
So
I love it.
It's a good draw for teams to come in town too.
And it sets up something for a great experience, a great facility, and all that. Man, well, you already know how supportive I am. I'm grateful we got a chance to sit down. I'm gonna grab some of your guys.
Perfect.
Hang out a little bit more. I want to mic you up a little bit more so people can kind of pick up on that, Coach.
Nice.
Kevin White IQ when you.
And I gotta call Des for this sweatsuit. I don't got.
Hey man, listen. Hey, I got that
talk.
Get it together.
Des, we gotta talk. I don't got this one yet.
Hey, you represent Wells
always
all day, man. I
every day.
appreciate you so much. Hey, we're doing some great things, man. Keep an eye on these guys. Keep out thought out for February 8th as well to come over and support this great program. Great young man, great leader, doing great things. With that being said, Lindsay Ellis with SPS. See you next time.
Getting ready to take flight. It's gotta go up. It's hustle.